Hello, everybody. Preston Poulter here with Lords of Iron, and oh my gosh, what's going on with Hasbro? I remember back when Hasbro acquired Wizards of the Coast. I was top 8 in the first two Magic the Gathering Pro Tours they ever had. You can Google it, Preston Poulter. Yeah, that was me back in the day. I was a big believer in the company, and I was like, this is going to be a very strong brand for Hasbro. I was talking with stock people. I'm like, you should buy Hasbro. And they're like, what? G.I. Joe? They're like, no. And yes, here it is. Wizards of the Coast has grown into the dominant brands, and now we got the Hasbro corporate wonks mismanaging it. First off, gamer communities are notoriously hard to wrangle. I know, I used to be a Magic player. It's like herding cats, all right? So of course, when Cynthia Williams, CEO of Wizards of the Coast, is making comments like, "Hey, I think D&D is under monetized, and we can squeeze some more money out of these guys," that's gonna go over like a lead balloon. But did you know that Hasbro slash Wizards recently sent the Pinkerton Detective Agency? I didn't even know those guys were still around. Apparently, there was a YouTuber who got an advanced copy of Magic the Gathering cards, and he's like, "Oh, I got them legally," but he posted it to his channel. And Wizards of the Coast, they didn't respond with cease and desist. They didn't do like a Games Workshop and, "Oh, we're not going to give you any more advanced stuff, but good on your community." There it is. No, no, Pinkerton Detective Agency. Check it. I did a skit. Check it out. Hey everybody, I got a scoop on the latest Magic the Gathering release. Check it out. Here's. Are you the person or persons who posted those Magic cards before their official release date? Well, yes, but I got these cards legally. Who are you? Agent Poulter, Pinkerton Detective Agent. The Pinkertons? Like from the Old West? Is this Deadwood? We'll ask the questions. How did you come into possession of these? I don't want to give away my sources, but I promise you these cards were legally purchased. Do you have any idea how much trouble you're in? Possession of Magic cards is not a crime. A crime? No, but we can sue you for damage to the brand, willful infringement, disclosure of trade secrets. Damage to the brand? All I did was post Magic cards before their official release. This corporation is tone deaf and out of touch with its player base. Look, you shouldn't be harassing people who are reviewing your game with corporate thugs. It's not a good look, Hasbro. And this is, of course, after the attempted canceling of the open gaming license, and people are speculating, like, so the virtual tabletop, which seems very integral to the new look of Dungeons and Dragons that they've kind of waffled on the name. You ever notice when the corporate drones get in charge, they just start overpromising just like everything to everyone? Like, okay, guys, whatever you want, whatever will make you possibly want to spend money is going to be in the next edition, which is whose name we haven't exactly settled on. We're going to call it 5th edition to avoid confusion. And let's face it, when we're talking about questions like, is the Wizards of the Coast virtual tabletop platform going to be open for all? The answer is probably going to be no. And based on the video that I saw released by Wizards, it looks like the future of Dungeons & Dragons is increasingly going to be Neverwinter Nights. Look, folks, you can stick a fork in Dungeons & Dragons, all right? It is done. It is going to decay into a slow, possibly not so slow death, all right? They're focusing on this virtual tabletop, so it's going to be like World of Warcraft kind of interactions, and that's super cool, but what about those of us who want to get together across the tabletop and roll dice with a company that's not going to send corporate goons? I feel increasingly the progressive millennials, they're favoring Paizo. And look, Paizo's a good company. I'm rolling up a character for Pathfinder as we speak. They put out good products. They preach and beat you over the head a bit, but hey, when in the Pacific Northwest, don't bring up what's happening to San Francisco. As for me, I've just finished converting my 5e adventure, which, by the way, check it out. Free download. I'm giving it away. I think you're going to love it. And if you do, if you'd leave me a positive review over at DriveThru, I'd really appreciate it. But I finished converting that over to Old School Essentials, and I'm about to launch that on Kickstarter. There's a link down in the description to go sign up for that campaign. I think my D&D 5e days are done. It's not just the playing group I'm about to enter, which is like, let's do Pathfinder 2E, or the other playing groups I'm going to interact with at North Texas RPG, which are very much old school oriented. I really think Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition is going to die a long, slow death, in part due to a ailing economy and in part due to a tone deaf, myth managed group of corporate wonks at Hasbro Wizards that are just, they have no respect for the brand or the players. I'm sorry. But hey, I love going out to conventions and meeting people. This weekend, I'm going to be at Chupacabra Con down in Austin. I'm going to be demoing, of all games, GURPS Dungeon Fantasy. Ooh, talk about a comprehensive rule set. Anybody wants to come roll dice with me, you're welcome to. And by the way, if you're interested in comprehensive rule, link down in the description. I want to check out my eBay store for GURPS Dungeon Fantasy. This has been Preston Polter with Lords of Iron. Thank you so much for your time, everybody. Take care.